At first, it was definitely something that was, forced.
I think we can all agree that Tyler Childers is really good at keeping a low profile. He's literally one of the most successful country music singers out there right now, but we just don't know much about him at all. So what exactly is his life like? Is he hiding something? The story of his rise to fame is honestly insane. Trust me guys, you're going to want to pay super close attention to this. If you're not familiar with Tyler, he became huge in country music thanks to his authentic and soulful sound. He had his first major success with his breakthrough album, Purgatory, released in August 2017. But what's crazy is that this was not his first album. Tyler released his first album when he was only 19, which is honestly pretty impressive. What's even more interesting is that his journey with music did not actually start there. As it turns out, Tyler's interest in music started when he was just a young kid. Born and brought up in Lawrence County, Kentucky, he learned to sing in the local church where he was part of the choir. He also began playing the guitar and writing music when he was just 13 years old. I'm sure we can all agree that his background in music as a young kid has probably contributed to who he is today as a country superstar. But his background gets even juicier. Tyler attended Paintsville High School in Johnson County, Kentucky, and he graduated in 2009. This school is famous for producing country stars such as Loretta Lynn, Chris Stapleton, and Crystal Gale. I was honestly kind of shocked by this. Literally, his path was set from the start. But while Tyler is a master in his craft, believe it or not, he didn't always want to be a musician. Growing up, he wanted to be an English teacher or journalist. However, all that changed when his grandfather bought him his first guitar. This made him start writing music. And as it turns out, this one event started Tyler's journey to becoming a successful musician. He would discover John Prine in 8th grade, who had a huge influence on his sound. Years later, something interesting happened. Tyler opened for John on tour and even joined him for versions of 2 of his songs. I'm honestly shocked by how things worked out for Tyler. But what's also interesting was he even tried out some other jobs that didn't work out. Tyler joined college but dropped out to work odd jobs like landscaping, installing floors, and constructing houses. During this time, he got a chance to build a solid following around his hometown. His hard work eventually paid off, and word about Tyler started spreading to other states. In no time, he got to meet Sturgill Simpson's drummer, Miles Miller, which eventually led to the making of the Cold War. The album did really well in sales, filling number 28 in the Billboard 200. Tyler has since gone on to release more albums, including Country Choir, and Love Violent History in 2020. But while all this has been happening, Tyler has managed to stay out of the news. Most stars of his stature would be constantly in the news, but he's not like that. But what is his personal life actually like? Tyler married his partner Sonora May in 2015, and you won't believe this. Sonora is also a musician who released her first album, Rainheart, in 2019. And it is pretty clear why the pair gets along so well without any scandal. I can see how marrying a partner with the same interests and passions could be a pretty good idea, but life was not always rosy for the couple. When they got married, Tyler and his new bride had to move in with his parents for a while before purchasing a camper. Their dream was to buy a piece of land and live in the camper as they built a house and started a family. However, during this time, they had to work at a sawmill and a brewery while playing some gigs to save whatever money they could. And things got even crazy. In 2018, Sonora revealed in an interview that the couple was back living in rural Kentucky in an old homestead with no electricity or city water, meaning that she had to haul buckets from the spring to do the dishes or take a bath. She also had to find higher ground in order to find self-reception. I believe going through all this together brought them much closer, and has also probably kept Tyler out of any trouble. Occasionally, Tyler will write a song about Sonora for his album, which is actually kind of sweet. By keeping a low profile, Tyler is able to separate his public persona from his private life, allowing his music to speak for itself. While Tyler's marriage has not been surrounded by any shocking scandals, he's made headlines with his music lyrics. In 2020, he released his prized album, Long Violent History, with the lyrics to the title track talking about system injustice and racism. This caused quite a stir with his fans. What's more shocking is that this was a huge issue that he had to release a YouTube video message to his fans about. I mean, this was a surprise for an artist that is not usually in the limelight for any issue. But he used his music to talk about a message that he considered important. While he did this, he also said that he was dedicated to serving the community, especially where he comes from, the Appalachian region. You won't believe it did. After the album release, Tyler announced that 100% of the net proceeds of the album would go to underserved communities in the Appalachian region through the Hickman Holler Appalachian Relief Fund. I have to admit, that act of kindness is rare in those artists, and what Tyler did was amazing. Tyler is also not back down when talking about the state of country music. He has called for more support for artists who are doing more traditional country music, especially with the popularity of new music. He has used his voice to champion other artists in the same genre, which is quite bad. Today, Tyler is estimated to have a net worth of about $4 million, which is super impressive. He makes an average of $300,000 per year, most of it from his musical projects, which includes concerts, performances, and YouTube revenue. He's clearly doing pretty well for himself, so I can see why he uses part of his income from the album to support his community back home. Why Tyler has managed to keep most of his life private is his passion for music and his dedication to his craft that continue to captivate his fans. You can see how he's managed to build such a successful career. It's clear that he's using his music to spread his message as he supports his wife Sonora, who is also a Christian musician. Honestly, he just seems like a pretty great guy, even though there's obviously a lot we don't know about him since he's so private. Then again, we do know that he's not afraid to help out his community and speak out for things that matter to him. So maybe it doesn't matter that he prefers to keep a little bit of a low profile. But what do you guys think? Are you surprised that Tyler's life is so low-key? Do you think he just prefers to maintain his privacy, or do you think he's hiding something from all of us?